Hello, everybody. Welcome to Profiling Evil Members Only Chat. Got the back office here. Skylar, Tim. Skylar, how you guys doing? Skylar, Tim, Tyler.
Doing great.
Yep. It's good to be here.
Great. There's a little light behind you, Tim, that there we go. Hey, the people are starting to come in now, but I wanted to just say that was just such a cool show to have those guys on tonight. I was really touched by some of the things that were said. What did you guys think?
It was really good.
Yeah, it was
Stuff
fun
that
to.
needs to be... Oh, go ahead, Tim.
I was just gonna say it was fun to read through the comments. I was kind of popping them up as trying to find some of the more positive ones on there to let those guys know that their work is needed and appreciated.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey, Tim, I think we've got a bunch of new members, don't we?
Yeah, let me start.
Should we? Let's see. Diane Phoenix, thank you so much. Leo Medic, awesome. Welcome aboard. Teresa S, good to have you here with us, Teresa. Carol Hazlitt, thanks for joining. Debbie Boyd, thank you for joining up. PJ's 900, thanks for joining. D Jelly, that's a good one. D, probably your real name. I don't know. Sue Hadley, thanks for joining. It's really great. Now, guys, we have the ability for people to jump right on with us, don't we? Do we need to put a?
We do. Yeah, I'm going to put the link in the comments so you guys can see that. So if anybody wants to join us, feel free to click on this. What you'll need to do is you'll also need to make sure you mute the tab you're watching this video in so we don't hear some feedback. But yeah, the link's just in the chat now. So if anybody wants to join us, just click on that and you can pop in here and ask Mike questions or any of us questions.
Ask any of us. Yeah.
We usually have some time to spare, but we went a little over on choir practice, so we're not going to have a whole lot of time to persuade y'all to do this. So if you're going to do it, you got to do it.
Jump in.
Jump in,
Yep.
rip the Band-Aid off.
Valerie, thanks. Hey, Tim, what about how does the drawing work for the profile or for the Adventures with Purpose stuff?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify. So right before the show, Adventures with Purpose popped on, say, hey, let's give away something on the show. I've been kind of the one that's done giveaways in the past. So Mike's like, Tim, you got to figure this out. So what we're going to do is the B.O.L.O actually comes out this Wednesday. So I was thinking that'd be a perfect opportunity. It'll give us some time to put something together. So if you're not subscribed to the B.O.L.O, go to profilingevil.com. There should be a pop-up that pops up on the site. If you have a pop-up blocker, then you should also see something at the top of the site that asks you to subscribe. And in that will be a link where we'll do the giveaway. So it'll be just a simple entry form, first name, last name, email, so we can contact a winner. Right. Yeah, there you go. So it's up there.
Right at the very top. Okay.
Right at the very top. It's also right here as well. So you can sign up right there.
Great. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be out Wednesday evening. So a great way to get you to sign up for the B.O.L.O newsletter and have an opportunity to win some of that awesome swag that Jared was nice enough to share with us.
Hey, and talking about swag, Tyler, are we getting hats or something? Were you working on a deal like that?
Yeah, we're going to be switching to a different swag provider. So they actually do hats and a bunch of other types of products that we can't offer right now. So that probably by the time the B.O.L.O goes out on Wednesday should all be up and running, and then you can order hats and all sorts of things. There's lots of different mugs that you can choose from, and Mike, you like mugs, so
that's awesome. Yeah, you see my mugs in the back. And folks, are we going to discontinue the rookie year next month?
That will, that one's going to be ending June 4th or so. No, is it June?
We're past that.
We're in June,
aren't we? How long have we been doing this? Have we been doing this a year?
I think we're just shy.
Oh yeah, we better plan a big.
I've got to look at
next choir practice that falls on whenever the 1 year anniversary is.
Let's see. We started June 17th.
Oh,
So there should be a rush to go get that rookie year mug then, right?
Yep, that rookie year mug is going to go.
We better pull that up so people can see that. Oh, maybe I'll
Let's see.
And here's another perk to the B.O.L.O is actually the last B.O.L.O we sent out, we gave a discount code, so we'll need to do that as well. So I'm just speaking for all of us back here, but keep an eye out for a discount code. And yeah, there's not much time left on this rookie year.
Yeah. So, they got that on the screen. But here's the mug, and on the back it says rookie year. And I think I've shown this before, but here's my when the DC Police Department chief gave me the badge for Barack Obama's second swearing in. So that was kind of fun to get. Anyway, I keep it right there at my mug so I don't ever forget.
That's where I'd keep mine.
Yep, all those badges I get.
Oh, Andy, I haven't seen Andy for a while, but she's
There
called
she is.
Tyler.
Do you know what? I actually got.
It's been a rough day for Tyler.
Yeah, all of our swag from Adventures with Purpose is in Tyler's car, just so you know, Andy.
Yeah,
So
but
we
I
better
actually
check
got
his
these,
trunk.
Andy. So, Andy, you will receive these. These are finally here. So,
That's cool. I don't know that I've seen that. That's awesome.
We'll give you Tyler's. We're gonna put Tyler's cell phone number public if he doesn't get those shipped out.
Oh, to pile on to Tyler. Here's another question for you, Tyler.
I don't know. We got a lot of projects we're working on right now.
I've heard a snippet of it, so I know there's
Yep.
something out there.
Well, we have the
Recorded a few
podcast and we have the audiobook. There's a few questions I had for you on the audiobook that I never got answered, so we got to look at that.
Oh, so it's in my camp. I'm sorry, folks. It's been a busy
It
year.
has been.
If you ever wonder what our text message threads look like behind the scenes, this is it. This is a live look into what we talk about every day.
You miss it for a day and you're 65 behind of 43 different conversations in one text message thread.
Yeah.
That's true. I was out of service on Saturday, and I thought there's something bad happened because profiling evil popped up.
Huh?
And all we were talking about was like, I don't know.
Audiobooks.
Yep.
Well, it's so cool to see everybody coming in and participating. Please, did we put up the link in this in there so that people can come in? If you want to chat, you gotta call in quickly because we're gonna call it good if we don't. And you know what, we have done some audio work. There's still a little work to be done on the book, and we've had so many demands in with some overseas stuff, getting the book that's in print form ready. Amazon has done some things. I think today, Tyler, Southeast Asia said they're going to start printing now.
Yeah.
So
if you're from Australia or any of those, like New Zealand, you should be able to get that book a whole lot cheaper and a lot faster than you could just a few days ago. So.
Yeah, Stephanie L. I'm sorry you were crying, but wasn't that amazing to listen to the passion in those wonderful people we had on tonight? I feel so fortunate. The Mormons are doing well. I get a text from them quite often. I will pass on your words of encouragement. They have purposely kind of gone below the radar. Although now Thomas, I'm in contact with him daily, and he
we got somebody here.
Family's doing so. Okay, let's bring in Niner Girl. How you doing?
Hey, Mike. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi. Great you would call in. Thank you. How can we help you? What are you up to tonight?
Oh, just the usual. Watching Profiling Evil.
What did you
But I
think
wanted
about?
to ask Mike, did you hear that the state is not going to contest Lori Vallow's insanity thing?
Yeah, in fact, if you get a chance, at about an hour before tonight's choir practice began, I jumped on 10 to Life with Annie Elise, and we talked about that on the program. It's really not as drastic or as bad as it sounds. If you think about it, the court has an automatic 90-day period of time that Lori Vallow will go through an assessment and see if she's then fit. Every 90 days, she has to appear before the court, and they have to either say you're not fit or you are fit. And the moment that they say she is fit, then they move forward. But think about how valuable this little period of time will be for Rob Wood and the prosecutors to start preparing for the next step. And they got a lot on their plate with Chad Daybell has a hearing tomorrow or the next day. And hopefully, I shouldn't say this, but hopefully the marriage is falling apart, and that will make it possible for one to testify against the other so that you don't have a spousal privilege. And maybe we'll see some things happening. So I don't know that it's as drastic or as bad as it sounded. And I think social media kind of blew up wanting it to be a lot uglier deal than it maybe really is.
Okay.
How's that for a rambling answer?
Good answer, though.
Well, thanks for jumping on. It's so nice that you would do that. And thanks for supporting us. How long have you been a channel member?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know, though.
Yeah. And how did you feel about tonight's show?
Oh, I cried. So, yeah, it was great. It was a very powerful show. Yeah.
Well, please, you and I hope everyone that you will share that with everyone you know, because that message is so powerful. It's just, you know, I worked in a psychiatric unit when I was in college, and I had a person commit suicide that I was in charge of, and I was really shook up by it. And I remember the doctor saying to me, imagine being so depressed that finally taking your own life seems like a good option. And we have to take these things so serious that someone finally is in a point where they would think that suicide is a better option than continuing to participate in life. So hopefully tonight really helped a few people, and hopefully it will broaden. But thank you, Niner Girl.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Good evening. Man, I'll tell you, aren't we fortunate to have the quality of people that support us and help us in so many ways? Michelle's saying, will they try to change your mind about dark and light and zombies? Yeah, Michelle, I don't know. That's a wacky case. And I'll tell you, folks, cult characteristics, as different as each of these little cults seem, the characteristics are pretty consistent across cults, at least from my experience and in talking to experts like Yanya Lalick and Rick Ross and others. And we would just encourage you, if you haven't considered buying Deceived, that you pick it up, where we talk about some of those. And let's see. Oh, I thought Wanda's saying it's at 10:30. I thought it was at 10. You guys... Wanda, you've got some good info there, so
maybe you should put it up a few more times, Tim.
That wasn't me.
I think I accidentally hit the button a couple times. So.
Let's see. Oh, did Niner have another question there? Let's see. Louisiana Girl. Oops, sorry. You're absolutely right. Wednesday, not Thursday. Yeah. Wednesday at 10 a.m. is what I had, but maybe it's 10:30. I would say dial in around 10 just to see. We'll try to broadcast and have a little commentary on Wednesday. So great. And folks, listen, we're not gonna keep you on if there's nothing that you want to talk about. So post up some questions, or please consider jumping on like Niner Girl did, so that we can just chat for a minute. It's really fun to
thought I saw someone pop in for
see.
a sec.
It was Niner Girl, but I couldn't tell if she was not dropped off.
Oh.
She's gone now. So I don't know. So Tyler, what's coming down the pike? What are we working on that people can look forward to?
Working on kind of an eight episode podcast of the Deceived book that Mike put out. It's going to be pretty fun. We're just working on some music right now and getting the first episode all put together, and hopefully it turns out great and we can start working on the other 7. So That's fun. We're working on another book for you. Working on the cover. I don't know if that's been kind of fun for you. So I think.
Oh, do we dare give just this group a look at the cover?
I mean, this group is everyone, just so you know. Just the members can only chat, but everyone can see it.
It's up to you. I can give them.
I say you give it a little more time so you're not in trouble at home.
Okay, we're going to give it a little more time.
Not finalized yet, so yeah, maybe we should.
But the profiling or the Deceived podcast is really getting kind of exciting. Is there a possibility that we could play a couple minutes of that next month in the members only chat?
Yeah, no, I think that'll be about the time we can start to tease it a little bit.
Yeah, and then
we'll also put out a trailer for it.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's great. Let's see. Wendy's saying, do you think that maybe Chad's refusal to pay Lori's lawyer, that he'll toss her under the bus as well? So, I don't know if he, I don't know what their financial situation's like, Wendy. Lori got indigent status, which Mark Means was probably thrilled about, because I assume that Means has probably not been getting paid most recently. Now the state will pay him to continue to defend her. Daybell, I may just run the money for his own. I feel bad about that because his children aren't getting that money, which is kind of sad. But the same thing with the Morphew case, that the children there are not getting it. So Maui Swift, we talk about Delphi, and there's lots of rumblings. I have purposely stayed a little bit quiet just because of conversations that I've had with the state police, and at some point I hope to bring the lead investigator on. I do think folks like Gray Hughes has done a great job of covering some of Delphi, and he certainly has a passion for that. It's just there are so many cases out there. I'm going to be releasing one in the next couple of days that is a horrible murder case that is pretty intriguing. There's just so many cases to look at, and to those of you who submit in the evidence room, Tim, can you just kind of talk a little bit about what helps us choose what cases to look at? Because just yesterday I saw one come in that said, "Hey, you ought to look into this case," and man, I just moved past it because that makes it really hard.
Yeah, and we understand that that's a human thing to get excited about something and quickly fire off a, "Hey, did you look at this or that?" I know I've done it to you, Mike, again in our personal chat, like, "Hey, this news article came up. We should be interested in this," and it does take some more information and some discretion and stuff to kind of weed through these. But really, what we're looking for when we decide to look into a case is if there's any sort of news articles that can back it up, those definitely help. Any extra information that you're able to provide, that you're privileged to provide. Obviously, we want to keep everything that's public out there so that we can share it. And then just, I guess, as many details as possible of what you know and why we should be interested and why you think that others should be interested too. And I don't mean that in a way of not every case is worth being looked at, but we're trying to grow a network here of individuals who can help out here. And we understand that there's local cases where there's local interest, and that's left to people who have knowledge and information about that area. And so if it's something that the PE family can really chime in on and help out on, those are the types of cases that we really feel that we should take a look at.
Yeah. Skylar, tonight was an interesting choir practice, and the message really needs to get out. What's the best way people can use our social media or create their own and really push out a link for people to come back, their contact lists or their friends to come back and hit the channel and listen to that message tonight?
I mean, I'm not a social media guru whatsoever. I would defer to Tim on anything in that sense, but I mean, just share it. You know, sharing is that's what social media is sharing things. Just share it, get it out there.
Take the link that they already have, or do they go to our Facebook page and
Anywhere.
share that?
Yeah, Facebook or YouTube, just wherever the video is located on those two platforms. But yeah, just share it, share the message, share Alex's stuff, share what Adventures with Purpose is doing. I mean, I think the big takeaway from this is this isn't for profiling evil. You know, we helped bring these people together on a show to talk about this kind of stuff, but in all reality, these Alex and even Adventures with Purpose are the ones out there doing a lot for this cause. So, you know, I think sharing their messages is a big thing, and we'll continue to do the same thing. We in no way, you know, have been doing what they have been doing, but we are inspired by them and want to keep helping as much as we can because of what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Stephanie L has a question here that I think is kind of on a lot of our minds. So, what was Fucci's motive? And Fucci is the 14-year-old boy, Aiden Fucci, who is the alleged killer of Tristan Bailey. And I'd love to see you weigh in the chat if you have listened to the Tristan Bailey stuff and if it's of interest to you. But in that particular case, the question is, what's the motivation? For me, the bigger question is still to be answered, and that is, what was Fucci's relationship with Tristan? Were they truly just friends, and she happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, which would make her a opportunistic victim? Or was there some relationship there in both of their minds, or in his mind only, that made her a target? And that's really going to start to deliver more of an answer to that question of what his motive was. Sometimes the motive in these killers is just simply to kill someone, which is terribly frightening, and anyone is at risk because they are simply a stage prop, and that's what's really frightening. Because in this case, it could turn out that it was just simply, I want to do this in the next 30 days. And, oh, you happen to be the wrong person at the wrong time. We see this a lot with especially predators in sexual kinds of crimes, where their preferential victim is not available, so they'll grab a child on the street or someone else because they still want to act out this fantasy they're trying to fulfill. But you know, that's problematic. Julie, thank you. I did look up Dr. Moskowitz, and thank you. I appreciated you kind of dialing me in on that, because
that was from the other day, right?
Yeah, that was
okay. Yeah, and it was. I think it was Dotsy at first, and we were all super confused. No, yeah, I looked it up too. Yeah.
Mandy S. Any updates on Frances looking for her son? So there's some interesting things with Frances. I know that Chris has continued to try to follow it a little bit. Frances turned down some of the thoughts that we had and some of the recommendations we made, and we've done what we can there. We continue to monitor that. We continue to look. We wish that mom the very best. So I hope that helps, Mandy.
Let's see. We'll go through a few more of these.
Here's one.
Let's see. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Randy Leach. We continue. Actually, I get a couple of emails a week, Rebecca, on Randy. That is again such a intriguing whodunit. I guess the bottom line answer on Randy Leach is they still continue to work the case. I have personally talked with the sheriff that was sheriff at the time that Randy was there. He has gone through with me personally the activity that sheriff's office and the the state police and others have put into this case. I'm very satisfied that they did everything that they could do at that time. The current sheriff, I called and left a message hoping that he would return my call, and that was at the recommendation of the previous sheriff who had talked to the current sitting sheriff that he wanted to talk to me, but I haven't heard back from him yet. And we'll continue to kind of dog that and see. I still am very convinced that we need to get Jared back there with a specific kind of sonar to check from that railroad bridge down to the Kansas River. It's a pretty short area, but it is so filled with silt, and it's kind of like a dammed up backwater. And I think that needs to be cleared because they have thought they've cleared the river and still found vehicles in it. So anyway, that's what we know about Randy Leach. So.
All right.
I can't tell you all how much we appreciate your support as members, and to those who are listening in that are not able to chat, we would invite you to look at the channel memberships. It helps us to have that financial support. These things cost money. When we try to help on cases, we make donations to try to help on things. It just flat costs money. And can't apologize for the fact that your funds really make a difference. So to those of you who support us financially, it is deeply appreciated. To those who are not in a position to, we're not treating, we hope we're not any differently other than you can't chat and jump on with us. But we really value what you have to say. And Holly, great to see you become a member. We continue to grow, I think, at a impressive speed, and we're grateful for all of you jumping in and helping us. So I don't know, anything else, guys?
No,
We're going
not
to give
tonight.
you 60 seconds, people, to call in if you're interested, or text and say I'm calling in.
I'll put the link in there real quick again.
I have a question that kind of goes with this one, and I saw you brought it up with the Lori Vallow thing. The difference between incompetency and insanity in a plea. I think a lot of people think the insanity plea can be a way out of things. What are the differences in that? I'm just piggybacking off of that.
So the cool thing, Tim, in Idaho is I don't think they allow an insanity plea. So it becomes just a question of whether she's competent to help in defending herself, that she understands what the charges are against her, and that she can competently help the defense prepare a case to defend herself. So the question is going to become, does she really believe in zombies, or did it happen to fit a narrative that she had in play? Because no one would disagree that you would have to be crazy to commit homicide. The difference is, and the thing that I remember testifying about was that, in my opinion, it boiled down to this: do you know that this is against the law, against community and social standards, yet you choose to commit the crime anyway? If you do, you understood and you knew, and you may be crazy to do it, but you understood it was wrong and you did it. And to me, it's a pretty easy answer when you see the effort that she went in tandem with others or by herself to conceal the truth. I think if she truly believed this zombie story, she'd be shouting from the rooftops, "I killed another zombie. We're safe again,"
Right.
Yeah. So with that, the second part of the question that we had popped up, do you think that, is it Fucci? Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah.
Well, plead insanity. What's your opinion there?
I don't know what they'll do there. Again, that's going to be pretty interesting, because he went and tried to conceal evidence, tried to put a narrative. It's going to boil down to what the interview with police was like. I suspect he thought he was smarter than police and could go when they said, "Hey, will you voluntarily come?" Number one, why did he agree to go talk to him? Other than this arrogance that I can somehow say, yeah, we were going for a walk, but I had nothing to do with it. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see if they do. That's going to be pretty hard, because when he was in his first appearance, he said he clearly understood the charges against him, and he clearly understood what the next steps were in the process. And if you think back, Daybell, they didn't even give Lori a chance to answer that question. They said, hey, before we go to this point, we're going to just say she's incompetent. So
Thank you.
Holly W says, do you think parents should bear some criminal responsibility when their kids kill? Would that even work? Well, in civil litigation, parents are often held accountable for decisions their children make. But I don't know. That would be pretty hard to hold a parent responsible, unless you could somehow prove that the parent was agreeing or supporting or moving the person along in the thought process. We saw that. I'm trying to remember the name. In Salt Lake City, there were three people killed, and the mother actually was convincing the others to do the murders. Obviously, then she would be a co-conspirator in the crime. But that's a tough one, Holly. I don't know. Julie Cranky, thanks so much. Appreciate your support. Let's see.
All right, and it's about 8 o'clock, so we'll try to wrap this up pretty soon. So if anybody wants to join us, jump in.
Yeah, and Julie, I don't know if they would be helpful in the. I don't know. Again, it's going to boil down to what other evidence would get them on target. I don't know. That's a tough one. To you guys in the back office, thanks for holding things together all the time. It's I love when we do Monday nights, and we actually had this first Monday of the month. I actually had a lot of fun. I didn't think we'd be near as fun with Skylar the other day on
Oh, thank you.
AMA. That was kind of fun to just chat, folks.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see kind of choir practice evolving a little, aren't we?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, I think we'll kind of evolve it. I think you'll see this next Monday. It'll be very similar to what we did this last week with Skylar and Mike. So if you like that format, we'll keep going with that.
All right.
Yeah. We're not.
And maybe Tim and I will jump on. Yep.
No, we'll poke fun in the back.
Yep.
I like popping you in when you're not expecting it. That's what I like. If I'm on camera, I feel like I have a right to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are great, and folks, thank you so much. And Holly, go check out Who Killed King Tut on Discovery Channel. Already been there, done that, but
oh gosh,
it's fun. We are
20 years ago, and
we are gratefully continuing to have discussions with some of the networks that we've been on, so that'll be nice. And let's see. Oh, Wendy says Skylar hasn't answered her question. Do you remember what it was, Skylar?
I have no idea.
We'll let you think about that for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't answered your question. I'm sure we answered it, but were you listening?
We'll put Skylar's phone number in here for you.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the biggest question to end the night.
Oh,
sorry. We had
Oh, you guys are doing really good.
I got it.
Oh my gosh.
I'll let you guys answer this.
Yes.
Oh, by the
I
way,
love Dr. Pepper.
I got a slanderous email from someone the other day saying we held up a empty Diet Dr. Pepper bottle and we're
It was a YouTube comment, and then you commented something completely out of context on it because you thought you were applying to somebody else.
That happens in my text all doesn't it? Yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Michelle,
I drink Dr. Pepper. That's
I think
drink.
Skylar drinks the straight kerosene. I think Skylar does Diet DP. Tim,
I'm a diet guy.
into that, or what's your thought?
Yeah, I'd say that Tyler and I bonded over a decade ago over some Dr.
Yep.
Peppers. So
That's true.
it runs deep in your family.
Brought us together.
Well, that's great. So, folks, we're always looking for the next sponsor for the Diet Dr. Pepper, and we really appreciate all of you. Thanks so much for supporting Profiling Evil. I'm going to go around the horn quickly. Skylar, anything?
No. Oh, why didn't you inherit your dad's dimples? I almost read that wrong. I don't know. Why didn't I inherit your dimples?
You look a lot like the mailman.
I was going to say the mailman didn't have dimples. Although it was a mail lady, so growing up.
Family joke, folks. Sorry about that.
Yeah. That's going to be something fun for Reddit.
Yeah.
All
Tyler,
right.
you better clip the long segment and be ready for replies on Reddit posts.
Tim, what do you got to close out?
Sign up for the B.O.L.O. We're going to be giving away some good stuff. And get that rookie year mug because it's now a limited edition.
Yeah, I agree.
Can
Tyler?
I get one of those?
Yeah, you can buy them right online.
Yeah.
We'll send you a discount code.
I can't afford it, so there's that.
Maybe we ought to send out in the B.O.L.O. a discount code this time, just to
Let's get rid of them.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate your support, and we'll see you. Watch this week. We got stuff rolling out during the week. Do we know which podcast is going out this week, Tyler?
It's going to be the one with Reed and
so we're talking about Children's Justice Centers.
the Children's Justice Center. So
okay, great.
Very cool.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
see ya.